I've used this TV in a few videos so far, so I figured I might as well talk about it for a bit. This is a Truetone television set, manufactured in Japan in January of 1978.
All the best stuff is made in Japan.
Actually, this TV is about as basic as they came for the time. Black and white, mono sound, a built-in antenna, and connectors for external VHF and UHF antennas. And in order to connect via coax, an adapter had to be added later on. Truetone was the house label for radios and televisions sold by Western Auto, which was a massive retail chain at the time, more akin to a Sears than just an auto parts store as the name may seem to suggest. You could buy televisions, guns, and even toys at Western Auto. This see-it-bake oven was not only bought at Western Auto, but the exact same Western Auto store as my Truetone television. In essence, this TV is the equivalent of something like Walmart's on-brand television. Cheap, basic, and the sort of thing you use to fill a den, a college dorm room, or a kid's bedroom. This was the result of reducing manufacturing costs in the 1960s and 1970s that allowed many American families to no longer just be a one TV household, but to be a multi-TV household. No longer was having more than one something for the elite and the rich.
Do you have a television?
Oh, yeah, we have 2 of them.
Wow, you must be rich.
Oh, honey, he's teasing you. Nobody has 2 television sets.
This TV was purchased by my grandfather for my mother's 13th birthday, and it has served my family ever since. Into the mid-2000s, this TV sat in my grandfather's guest bedroom, hooked up via a spliced coax cable to basic cable. The TV was finally retired in the 2010s, as his rural cable provider finally required that he have a cable box, and he was not going to pay extra for TV in that guest bedroom. So I took the TV as a memento. Many nights of my childhood were spent watching half-scrambled horror films on HBO, Conan, or David Letterman after my grandfather had gone to bed. Recently, with the purchase of a cheap digital-to-analog converter box and an antenna, I connected this TV to over-the-air television for the first time in about 30 years. And just in time, I managed to live something of a childhood fantasy. As part of my work, a local news station asked for my comment on some current events. When the interview went out over the air, I was able to snag a quick snapshot of myself appearing on this TV. I was on the Truetone television that I watched all those years as a kid. Ultimately, this TV is not remarkable. But I think it's important to recognize TVs like this and their place in American cultural history. It was through cheap TVs like this one that many Americans got the opportunity to view the greater world for the first time. And I think it's neat that 45 years later, this little TV is still working to fulfill its purpose. I don't think anyone on that assembly line in Japan would have thought that this TV would still be working in the year 2023. And I think that's kind of neat. This little piece of history that was pretty much made to be forgotten is still out here doing its job. And I'm happy to have it. Thanks for watching. I think I've got some other ideas on how I'm going to use this TV in the future. So check it out, or don't. It's up to you.